Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. This lecture about capital project management in oil and gas. We will focus on project forwarding. The agenda of this lecture will be the introduction, and will have an identification of project forwarding. Then we'll focus on types of oil and gas projects. After that, the roles of freight forwarder in oil and gas projects, and then the opportunities and risks in project forwarding. So if we identify the project forwarding, we can say that the project forwarding is a very complex area of shipping, which involve freight forwarding and involving transportation of complicated goods or complicated nature of goods. It's like oil and gas. These materials have special nature, and they need special transportation and shipping. The oil and gas processes go through stages, which can be in different stages. The first stage is the seismic stage, which can be involved in the seismic works, which can be implemented by seismic companies. Then the second stage is exploration, then the appraisal of the well. This can be implemented by drilling operators. Number 4 is the first stage development. This can be by oil field service and supply companies. After that, the facilities of the site can be executed by the engineering companies. Then the production starts. The production of oil starts in this stage. Number 7 is the second stage development. The second stage development comes after the first stage development. After the second stage development comes the expansion of the project, or the expansion of the well. So number 7 can be involved by the offshore construction companies, and when we expansion, then the supply and support vessel operators can be involved in this stage. If we look at the types of the oil and gas projects, they can be divided in different projects. The rig moves, which we call it منصة الحفر أو المنصة المتحركة. Then the drilling project, مشروع الحفر أو مشاريع الحفر. Then the mobilizing and demobilization for offshore engineering work. أعمال المشروع أو أعمال التعبئة والتفريغ في البحرية. Then offshore infrastructure construction، أعمال مباني البنية التحتية البحرية. And then pipeline laying، تمديد أنابيب النفط أو الغاز. So what are the rules of project forwarder in the oil and gas sector? The first one is the investor، هو المستثمر. The role of the investor is to investigate and explore the best way of transportation and working within the financial consideration of interest. So this is the role of the investor, is to find the best way of transportation and and to find the best interests. The role of civil engineer is or contains or involves the infrastructure changes or the infrastructure works on site to facilitate the delivery of the oil and gas. The customs specialist is the customs specialist responsibility is to ensure that the equipment are moved properly with compliance according to the local customs. Then the maestro. The responsibility of the role of the maestro is to facilitate the resources and put all the resources together to support the project delivery. This can happen through certain procedures and plans to execute the works in the project with compliance with company policies. The role of safety officer is to ensure that the procedures are met according to the safety rules, and they should be, and to avoid the risk as it can be. Risks of project forwarding: they can be technical risks. The resources should be adequate, and the resources should be appropriate. They can do the work, because fatigue can be the cause of problems and accidents. The staff should be also trained properly, because machines and they need the staff should be trained for those special machines and for the special techniques for lifting heavy weight. Some procedures for the technical risk should be also established, and the process of risk assessment should be established too. The techniques and career such as the subcontractor management. Risks of project forwarding is not only technical, they can be also financial risks, such as the availability of investment funding. If we have problem with funding, then we'll have a high risk. Foreign exchange also, if we face problems with the foreign exchange, that could be a potential risk. Weather and natural climates also can be a high danger for project forwarding, such as floods, earthquakes, hurricanes, typhoons, and so on. Risk of project forwarding can also be political risks, such as the unrest in a certain country, wars, and the situation in some countries can be a potential high risk. This is the end of this lecture. I will also ask you to do a research in risk management from your book. You can find the risk management and then write a summary about this topic. At least you can write 2 pages. This is your assignment, and good luck.